Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Phoenix, or Fenix. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'm also going to include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so I'm going to put him in kind of an action pose. I'm kind of feeling action for this character. And also, let's address this. I'm going to call him Phoenix. I know it looks like Fenix, and it probably is. But the thing about Fortnite characters is we're never told how to pronounce their names. And they always are these crazy names. But to me, I don't know. I guess Phoenix feels better to say than Fenix. So I'm just going to say Phoenix, okay? And again, if I'm wrong, who knows? So you don't have to worry about correcting me. You don't have to worry about whether I'm right or wrong. Let's just put it out there and say that's what I'm going to call it. So that being said, yeah, let's get back to what I was doing here. So I'm putting him in kind of a big action pose stance, and I'm just kind of feeling that with this character. He needs to be not fighting, but yeah, jumping, you know, doing some kind of action. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. So if I clear my throat, I'm gonna try to write it down to go and edit where to take it out. So if it goes quiet, pardon me, sorry. Okay, so there we go. All right. Okay, this sketch is coming out pretty good, pretty easy. I know where I'm going with it, that's why. So let's see. Okay. Looking pretty good. I just gotta remember certain specific details about him. And let's see how I'm gonna put the hands. Let's give him like this one's out, something like that. So that means this muscle's coming in here. And again, I talk about this a lot. This is why learning anatomy helps, because I'm not looking at him in this pose, but because I know my anatomy, I can put them in certain poses, and I know how to place the muscles. So if I want to get them in certain poses, I just tell myself, okay, just got to remember to do that, and then I can do that. So let's see. So this hand's going to be tricky because I'm just going to kind of do something like that, right? So yeah, so something like that. That'll work. Let's see, he's got gloves on, so that's what that line is for. I got his tail, so let's give him an arm over here. And how about this arm? We just kind of like point like up. Nothing too crazy. Let's see, so this arm's going to come down. This arm will be up. This arm, this part will be up. It's all the same arm, right? Okay. And how about with this arm, we just a handout like that, you know, nothing too crazy. Okay, so look, did you see what I just did there? I don't know if you can see it, but sometimes when I'm drawing hands, I'll do that. I'll just kind of position the digits to where I think they're going to be, and just kind of see how that looks. And that kind of gives me a rough idea of okay, this is going to work or this isn't because those digits look weird, or those digits work, like this one worked. So I can just do the hand like that. So that was pretty easy. That was a nice easy sketch because I know where it was going to go just by playing around with the digits. And again, once you know your anatomy, you'll be able to do stuff like that and just kind of guess at where the digits are going to be to help you place everything. So, long story short, what I'm trying to say is learn your anatomy, kids. Go to class. That stuff helps. And eat your vegetables. Okay. All right, I think I'm ready. Let's see. I don't have a lot of detail on this one, but that's okay because that's not as important. So, let me knead this eraser a little bit to clean it up. And I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines so I can stick with the confidence lines. That's really what we want to work with, confidence, right? Not anything sketchy. And plus, I want the Sharpie to stand out in the end, not all these sketch lines. So that's another reason why I erase a lot. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, I think that's enough. I think we should welcome everybody that like to skip around. A lot of people don't watch that sketch part. They just like to skip to where the good stuff starts, the Sharpies. So let's welcome them. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen is in there to find the fine things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines and left just the confidence lines. So there's a ghost of an image that I can draw. And usually I do that with a special computer, but today I'm doing it by hand. So let's get going with my sketch. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the eyes because I know where I've placed them. And I'm just going to draw a round bulbous eye like that. Draw another round bulbous eye like that. And I talked about this in the sketch. I might as well talk about it now. I'm going to call him Phoenix. I know it looks like Fenix, but that doesn't feel right to say. So I'm just going to say Phoenix. So that's a nice thing about Fortnite characters is there is no defined this is how you say it. It's just, you know, crazy fun stuff. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm not even talking about the drawing. I'm just kind of playing around with this is how the sketch takes me. So this is where we're going. So I'm drawing the jaw now. I'm going to come in and draw a little bit of the edges here. And I'm going to start to thicken up these edges too, because once I switch over to this Sharpie, it's a huge difference. So you're going to see a big thickness change. So I'm just trying to keep consistent with what's about to happen. Okay, and I'm just kind of playing around with like fur techniques, you know, nothing too crazy, because color is going to take care of a lot of this. You're going to see a big difference once you add color, but I got to draw some kind of, you know, furry edges. And let's see what we can do for his eyes. I want to do that with color, but I guess I got to kind of give it some kind of defined edge, right? Something like that. And there's more lines here, but again, I want to do that with color. So let's just leave it at that, and that'll help us define a few things. Okay. So I'm going to draw the top of his hair like this. Come back around, stop right there because that's where the ears are going to be. And again, I'm going to thicken up some of this. You'll see why in a second. If you're drawing with pencil, you don't have to do this. I'm doing it because I know how thick that's going to come out. So let's draw his ear edge right there, and that'll give me my like color spacing. I'm going to draw his ear edge over here. Come back in, bring it in like that. Again, I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. Plus, when you're doing inking like this, like a black and white kind of ink, you get a nice contrast of thick versus thin. and it helps to do stuff like this. All right, so I'm going to do this ear over here like that, thicken it up just a bit, come down, bring it in like that, and he's got some like fur detail in like right here, but I want to do that with color. I want to make that stand out with color only. So I think that's enough for the fine Sharpie. Well, this is the fine Sharpie, right? Because it's a fine point. The pen Sharpie, I can move on to the fine point from here. So here I'm going to draw his collar, and the inside, again, is going to be with color. So it's going to look like his neck is floating, but color will take care of defining the edges of his fur because it's white and orange, okay? So let's just go ahead and just draw the collar. Just kind of come in here and do this. And I've got him hunched over, so his zipper is going to be a little gooched up like that, little with the bends, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm going to draw the edge over here, bring out his collar. Let's do that one over there as well. And this one has like a little stair step edge to it, like this. And then I can bring it back in. And this one is just cool guy out, like that. Cool guy. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to draw, let's do this. I was going to draw his shoulder pads, but I kind of want the studs to stand out on their own a little different than the big fat Sharpie. So I'm going to draw them first, and also I want them to be over it. So, wow, my paper is really buckling. I don't know what's going on today. So yeah, so I'm just going to do a few with the smaller Sharpie just to make it stand out over the big Sharpie. Like that. And that's all I'm going to do first, so I can draw the edge. And then, once I draw this edge, I'm going to draw a few more. So, I messed up. So I was trying to draw it outside of these, but I kind of fell in there like that. No big deal. But see, now I'm going to do a few back behind it, so it's kind of curved over, and that's where those are. Okay, so I'm going to add this accent as well. There we go. You know what, since I've got this open, let's do the same thing over here. I know where it's going to be, so I'll go ahead and add a few. This. And again, the reason I'm using the small Sharpie is to have a contrast of thick versus thin, that inking technique I was talking about. Just something a little different, you know? Okay, let's see if I can not cut through them like I did the other one. Oh, I did. I hit through. Oh well, it happens. All right. Okay, so again, it's going to add a few bumps behind. And then add that accent on the inside, like that. There we go. Looks good. How's yours looking? Awesome. All right. So now we're going to draw. Let's draw down to his belt. That way I can show you that he's kind of hunched over. So I'm going to draw his pecs like this into his shirt like that. And that's where his belt's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Draw the other side over here like this. And there's some detail in there we'll do in a second, but I just wanted to show you the bends that were going on in his shirt, you know? Okay, so his pecs are kind of big and strong like this. And again, I got them all hunched over, so I'm just drawing the creases in his shirt here. So something like that, just to give it some bends. Okay, let's do a little bit of detail in his belt here, just a little something different, like that. This comes down over, just something like this, because it's kind of cool, and I really appreciate all the effort they put into the design. So we'll go ahead and throw a few little details in like that. Again, it can be done with color, but it kind of looks cool with the black and white, you know, make it stand out like that, you know? Okay, so let's draw this arm over here, and it's just muscles and fur. So I'm going to come over, draw a muscle like that into the elbow. This is a forearm's going to come up to the glove, and we're just going to draw the glove in. Let me see, yeah, okay, making sure there's no detail on the glove. It's just a regular old glove, nothing too special. And the hand, I pretty much just have doing like this. So I'm going to follow my sketch, come out here to the thumb, come back in here to the hand, and just follow to the fingers. And again, I've sketched it out, so that's why I can just kind of trace and just draw fingers randomly. So, you know, that's, I always tell you guys to sketch stuff out, but that's why I can just trace over my stuff, because I've already sketched it out. I've already done the hard work. Okay, so now I'm going to add a few little extra lines, kind of fix a few things. Like that finger came out kind of funky. I'm going to see if I can fix it any. And let's see, we'll just add just like some creases, you know, just to dirty up the hand and to add some life to the glove, you know, just a little something extra. So yeah, there's a lot of fur painted on, so we don't have to worry about the edges there. It's just flesh looking, you know. So this arm I've got just kind of out like that. So I'm going to draw the bicep a little bit. Okay, so I guess got to draw his sleeve, the edge like that. So I can bring this arm out like this to the elbow. And that's where the crook of the arm is. And so it's coming in like this. There's the edge of the glove. Going to come down to the wrist. And his hand is just pretty much just doing that. I can't really show you the position here, so nothing too crazy. We're just going to draw the thumb like this into the hand. And the fingers are just kind of over. They're kind of overlapping themselves, so we're just going to do this. So it's pretty much like that, just kind of, I can't even show you this position. Just out like that. So now I'm going to come back here and fix a few things. Add some of the detail I was talking about, just to make it, you know, come alive, make it different. So another thing I'm talking about too a lot is that these Sharpies bleed into itself a lot. So there's only so many details we can add in. So I'm trying to fix what I can with a little bit of extra lines. Something like that, okay? Trying to hide the bleed, hide your mistakes. I love that sound. All right, so let's draw his leg piece. It's like this strap going across that's holding on stuff. Again, don't know what it is, kind of cool, but yeah. So I'm going to draw the straps that are holding it onto his leg, and it's this weird canister looking, I don't know, I really don't know what it is, but I'm just going to kind of draw what it kind of looks like. Again, it's about the best I can do without knowing exactly what it is. Maybe you guys know, maybe you can tell me. But it's, we're going to say it's his Phoenix power. That's what gives him his edge to create his, I don't know, I'm making that up. So let's kind of do like we did there. We're just going to do a little bit of a what do you call it, a buckle, like that. There we go. I don't see dots in that one, so we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to keep going. So I'm going to just finish off his leg over here, come out to the knee pad, and I'm going to draw like the side view of it. It's kind of closed into his pants right there. And it's got a big bulbous bottom leg, and since we're looking at it at an angle, we're just kind of going to do something like this. And let's go ahead and finish it up. Let's draw the foot, which has got a bandage around it like this, down to the heel, to the front of the toe, and I've got it bent over. So I'm going to do something like this. And, oh, he does have toes. We'll just do something like that. We'll darken them in. And that will let us play with like that kind of look. Okay. Bend it over like that. Kind of emphasize the straps. There we go. You know what? Let's also add some of my favorite creases and folds, just to show that it's material. You know, that it's stretched out. There is a front edge to this, so we'll just kind of do something like that, just to add some of the crazy detail in it. And so this leg I've got stretched out, so we're going to like stretch some of his material like that, because it's all hunched over. So I'm going to draw this leg into the knee pad, which is going to be just a big square like that. Then we'll add just some of the detail like we did on this one right here, but from the top view. There we go. All right. Ooh, since we got this out, let's go ahead and add just some extra lines, just to show that, you know, it's stretched out. You know I like adding extra stretch lines. You know me. You know me. Okay, so you can't forget the tail. Can't forget the tail. Okay, so again, this bulbous leg, pant leg, something like that, into the ankle, coming down. Okay, so here we'll do like that. And I'm going to add, there we go. Add the toes. Sorry, I'm burping. I'm gonna edit that out so you won't hear all that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for the toes, something like that, and add a little bit of material bend. Creases and folds, my friends. Creases and folds. All right, so now I'm gonna finish up his tail, and I'm just gonna do something kind of like this. Shouldn't have gone in like that. Oh well. Like that. And add just a little bit extra. Like this. And there we go. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to let color take care of the rest. So that is Phoenix, or maybe Fennix. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.